Alrighty, everybody. So we are going to do one of these cheesecakes. A homemade cheesecake. Yes. So I've already got the graham crackers in the Ziploc baggies. So I'm going to smash the heck out of those. Now there's an easy way to do that. There's this whole deal with a rolling pin and just roll the crackers with the rolling pin. But we're going to see that the Urban Woodsman way is not the easy way. We're going to have some fun here. But here I got my spring-formed pan. And the only cream cheese that you should ever use for a cheesecake, the Philadelphia cream cheese. There's my sour cream. There's a mixer. The eggs are still in the fridge because we're not quite ready for that. And the sugar is up in the cabinet. But let's take care of these graham crackers. Yes, we're gonna freaking murder these graham crackers. Let's go have some fun doing that. So we got our graham crackers here, double ziplocked, and this is why. Because this is the only way that the Woodsman breaks down his graham crackers for his cheesecake. Okay, I think I've done enough. Whew, what a workout. Let's see what we got. Alright. Hey, what do you know? I think we got some cheesecake crust here. Alright, now that that's over with, let's get inside and go to the next step. So here I have the graham cracker crust. And I've already put my mixture, my secret mixture. If I tell you, I'm going to have to come hunt you down and kill you now. Because you're going to know my secret mixture. Which is a little bit of vanilla extract. Some caramel or caramel, however you want to say it. Syrup. And the caramel syrup, not syrup, but caramel syrup, and honey. Drizzled some honey in there. Oh, and vegetable oil. Just a little bit of vegetable oil because real butter, not your margarine that you can, your Blue Bonnet margarine or the, it's not butter, but it is butter, whatever the hell that shit is. No, this is real butter here. I'll show you. Where's the packaging? Hold on one second. Here we go. Extra creamy unsalted butter. Real milk from American Dairy Farms. No added hormones, because I got enough of them damn hormones flowing through me, that's for freaking sure. Alright, but anyways, the idea is real butter in. And I'm going to stir this up, mix this up with a large spoon till it's every bit of the cracker is nicely moistened and it's a consistent mixture, kind of like concrete. It'll be like concrete. Nah, it should be thicker than concrete, but yep, let me do that. So here it is, all smashed, a nice good layer in the bottom of the pan. I forgot to mention that I like to add some a little bit of light brown sugar, and I had to put more butter, and this is what I got left over. So I actually like to take what's left over, and once the cheesecake is done, I like to sprinkle a little bit of it over the top. Well, not when it's done, but like about 10 minutes before I'm pulling it out of the oven. I like to sprinkle some of it on top of the cheesecake and you just get, so that when you take a bite, you get a nice balance of the crust of being not just on the bottom, but also a little bit on the top. It doesn't look the prettiest presentation-wise, but it tastes great having just a little bit more of the crust on the top, since I don't like to build it up around the sides. I mean, you can build it up around the sides, but that's just that's not my thing. I like to do it the way that I do it. So that's me. I know I'm weird, but that's the urban way. Alrighty, so here's the cream cheese. Let it sitting out. Bought it at the store today, and then let it sit out for at least 2.5 hours, and it was still a little stiff, which is more than I can say for myself sometimes, that kind of timeline. But anyway, so I put it in the microwave here, and on power 3 for like 2 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that, just to soften it up the rest of the way to where it'll be easy to mix it with all the other ingredients. So next step is sour cream. Get the sour cream, and I am a pretty good cook, and so I don't really measure anymore. I used to when I was a kid, but yeah, I really don't measure. I've learned how to make so many things, and then kind of just, judging by looks and consistency and repetition, figured out how I do's. I did pour a little bit of vanilla caramel coffee creamer. Yeah, so there's a secret flavor boost into the mix. So let's see, we got the cream cheese, the sour cream, the imitation vanilla. I need sugar. Sugar's the next thing. Where the hell is the damn sugar? Hold on a second. Stand by while I get some freaking sugar. Aha! Sugar is in this canister, so it's a little stiff. It's a little hardened into the. Where'd my knife go? Where'd the knife go? Loosen up this sugar. One thing that kind of sucks about the deep south here is that even when you put it in airtight canisters, your sugar wants to harden up inside the canister, so that shit sucks. But yeah, I think that's about right. I like to actually do just a little bit of brown sugar in with. I know, I'm weird again. Weirdo. He likes to do a mix of regular white sugar and a little bit of brown sugar. So again, I don't freaking bother with the damn measurements shit. I'm just going for what looks right, what feels right, and calling it a damn day. Okay? So, I'm going to mix this up first. Shut up, microwave. And then add the eggs. So tips that I've learned / read, heard through the grapevine, with doing your eggs last for 1, and 2, to not heavily beat your eggs. Yes, you don't want to beat your eggs so damn hard to where there's a bunch of air, a bunch of bubbles in the eggs, and then you get a bunch of bubbles, you get a bunch of air pockets in your mix. So what we're doing here, as you can see, if you know me, I'm don't even freaking look like a cook. Don't even look like some master chef. So This is how I roll, because I don't have an official legit baking mixer device. So I do have, as you can see, the beater attachment. I do have the device that goes in, that two of those go into, but the thing with doing the cheesecake mix is you want slow, and the cheapo mixer that I have, hand mixer, electric mixer that I have, doesn't really have a slow setting. The drill on its slow setting, and just doing one works really well. Again, the idea of going slow and only having one is I'm trying to not create a bunch of air pockets. That's where you have issues with the cheesecake wanting to crack and split and sink, and all those things that you don't want your cheesecake to do. So this works really well, surprisingly, and it's kind of fun and funny. So yeah, this is how Urban makes his cheesecake, Woodsman style, with a drill. So another huge benefit to adding the eggs in last is you can kind of fine-tune that mixture and do your taste test with all those ingredients before the eggs, without the risk of getting sick from the raw egg. So yeah, that's also a kind of sort of a huge plus to waiting till the end of your mixture to add the eggs. Here's another secret. So this is a 9-inch cake pan, right? 9-incher. Because I don't do itty bitty cheesecakes. I love cheesecake too much to go through the hassle of making one of these things, and not make a decent sized one, But yeah, so one more tip is I do 3 eggs rather than 4 is normally what you would do for a 9 or 10-inch pie pan. But I'm adding a scoop and a half, roughly, a large oversized scoop of this coconut flour. So I'm going to dump that in there. I'm actually going to get just a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. And put that in there in place of my 4th egg. And in theory, or not really in theory, scientifically what that does is, again, help keep those air pockets to absolute minimum, for one, so your cheesecake doesn't crack at the end when it's cooling. We'll get to another trick that helps with that too when it actually gets pulled out of the oven. But yeah, and then it also kind of just gives a nice sweet, it adds a different bit of sweetness to the cheesecake, and gives it a very velvety texture. Again, through the scientific chemistry of how ingredients go together, that's what's happening with that process by adding the coconut flour. So, alright, let's slowly get this mixed up the rest of the way. And I'm not going to make y'all watch that damn nonsense. Alright, so it's been about 13-14 minutes of the crust baking in the oven here at 375 degrees, and it is nice and moist, like gooey, like a moist cookie, like a fresh cookie out of the oven. So yep, that's about how I want it. I don't want it too crispy, otherwise it'll break apart when you go to slice it. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking your El Cheapo margarine, your Blue Bonnet, and I'm going to go around the pan here, the inside of the pan, and butter up the inside of the pan to prevent sticking of the cheesecake batter. So I'm going to do that and then pour the cheesecake batter in. Yummy, 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 yummy. Really get that in there. Get that to go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's pour in our cheesecake mix. Slowly. Again, continuously trying not to allow too many air bubbles. Just want it to be a continuous pour. And I'm going to have to set the camera down here and get a whisk thing. I got a spatula to get the rest of that out. Where's my spatula? Oh! I got a drawer full of so many kitchen utensils I don't know where my spatula is. I got like 5 spatulas in here. Come on now. Here we go. Whew, I'm glad I didn't have any of that drip outside of the pan. And that's as much as I'm going to put in there, because that's going to rise a little bit. And we don't want it poofing up, muffin topping over the top of the pan now, do we? Alright, let's see if we can decoratively smooth out. Am I going to be able to do that? Let's see how smooth I can make this. The top. I want to smooth it. Shake it just a little bit. Maybe get it to settle some. And I think that's going to be about the best that I can do. And so now we're going to try to slide that into the oven here without any terrible incidents occurring. Yeah, let's see if we can do that. So I've got inside the oven here, because I'm not doing the whole covering it with aluminum foil and putting it into a tray with water. Again, the idea of doing that process is to have it cook with continuous moisture in the oven. So instead of doing it that way, I've got two clear dishes here filled with water that the cheesecake is being slid in between. So I've got two trays of water in there, and so it's going to cook at 345 degrees for 56 minutes, and then we'll check on it. So I got 56 minutes going. And we're going to check on it when that's done. And see how she looks then. So I've got some mixture left over. What the heck am I going to do with that? What the heck should I do with that? You got an idea? Since I got so much of this left, I'm going to put it in this guy and put it in the oven real quick. So here it is out of the oven. Yay, with the crust crumbs that I had left over, and I still have some left over. Yeah, so it went the full 56 minutes, and then I took it out, put the crust on it, on the top, and then threw it back in for another 17-18 minutes. Total ended up being 69 minutes. Yeah, 69. What a wonderful number, right? 69. Who doesn't love good 69? Anyways, let me pull out the mini one. I took it out early because it was so small and it looked done. And then flipped it over and put it on a cake, and it's been in the fridge for a little while actually already. And look how gorgeous that little sweet nugget came out. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, it is. It is beautiful. I love it. It's gonna be delicious. Gonna keep it in the fridge for another hour, and then let the wife try it. Nice little personal cheesecake. Ooh, it looks so good. Looks so good. Yep. So that's gonna sit there on top of the stove here for like another 20 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes. And then I will throw it in the fridge. And tomorrow I'll be able to eat it. Yeah, so at least 30 minutes on top of the stove here. Probably longer. Hell, I might even leave it up there for an hour. Because the goal here is to let it cool slowly. So, yeah, let it cool slowly. Don't rush it. Don't rush good things. Good things take time and patience. Yes, they do. But, alright, this is going to be so yummy. So yummy. Yummy. Perfect. Love it. Okay, so the cheesecakes are all done. That one's mine. All mine. And the wife can have this one. I told her that when she got home, and she was just laughing. She was like, "You're so funny." But yeah, so you know, I drove by a closed down cheesecake factory one day, and I was like, huh, it looks awfully deserted. Alright, so I have done a beautiful decadent drizzle of chocolate and damn it, why am I having a brain fart this morning? Not enough damn coffee. Chocolate and caramel sauce over the top of it, just for full flavor effect. And it has cooled in the fridge overnight completely. Let's see how good it is. The piece that's missing is one that the wife took to work with her today. Crust is nice. Outer bit is nice. Texture, just a little crunchy, but hard. How you want the crust to be. The body of it is very light, and soft. And I really love doing the crumbles on the top. I did have a little bit of cracking going on, but they weren't even, I mean, they were small little cracks. And by doing the crust on the top, you can hide those imperfections per se. And it just looks freaking amazing, and it tastes amazing. Dang, I haven't done a cheesecake like this in a long time. For good reason. It's not exactly cheap to make your own cheesecake like this. So now you understand why the store-bought ones, the better store-bought ones, are $15 and up. Man, I could eat fucking cheesecake for breakfast every damn day of my life. That's right, cheesecake for breakfast. Well, instead of me stuffing my face for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful day, whatever's left of it, whenever you're watching this. I hope you have fun watching along as I made a cheesecake Urban Woodsman way, because this is the way. Alright, y'all have a good one. Peace out.